സ്ക്രീൻ ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാവോ? Shall we start? Hello.
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 Shall we start?
Yes.
A warm good evening to one and all present here. Myself, Dr. Chandana Chandan, SOH coordinator. Let's begin the session by giving remembrance to our master, Dr. Samuel Hahnemann. Thank you. Before getting into the session, I would like to give an introduction to IHMA and IHMA School of Homeopathy. IHMA, as you all know, is the premier organization of qualified homeopaths of India with chapters in many major cities and in UAE too. We at IHMA envisions global acceptance of homeopathy and strives continuously to universalize homeopathy's inherent strength of safe, effective, and affordable healthcare for the wellness of humanity. While talking about the academic wing of IHMA School of Homeopathy, it's led by Dr. Jibil P, Director of SOH, aims at imparting meticulous personal training for developing skills necessary for successful homeopathic practice. Important projects of SOH are most its medical officers structured training, which is an intensive coaching program to crack the Kerala PSC test for medical officer homeopathy. Next is CECP, its competitive examination coaching program to prepare candidates for AIAPGT, MOH exams, etc. And the other is TORCH, its training and orientation for competitive exams in homeopathy, which is held each year in an intensive 7 days in-house coaching program. School of Homeopathy has also released guide for containing 4 volumes named iBasic to help competitive exam preparations. The best competitive examination coaching guide in its genre for the candidates appearing for AIAPGT, MOH, UPSC, PSC exams. This guide has already required the best status among the students and practitioners alike. School of Homeopathy also supervises regular continued medical education programs for the members by arranging seminars with competent faculties in the field. Currently, we have 2 ongoing programs: CECP, Competitive Exam Coaching Program, MOST, Medical Officer Structured Training Program, and course available in 3 formats: online, offline, and hybrid. And for offline, we have 9 centers in Kerala. It's in Ernakulam, Dr. Padiyar Homeopathic Medical College, Chottanikara, Kottayam, Government Hospital, Kurichi, Kannur, Bharat Restaurant, MK Road, Palakkad at Mission School, Trivandrum at Government Homeopathic Hospital, East Fort, Kollam at Press Club, Chinnakkada near railway station, Calicut at Emerald Hotel, Malappuram, Palahia College, Kasargod at Tax Forum Mall Hostel. And in hybrid course, it's contained both online and offline. And for further information, kindly go through the brochure. On behalf of IHME, I would like to welcome you all to the free orientation class regarding how to crack AI UPGT tips and tricks. And our faculty is Dr. Rahita K. She is a product of IHMA, CECP, and TOSH classes, 50th All India rank holder in 2022 AIAPGT, doing her PG in practice of medicine at CCRH Kottayam. She took her BHMS from Government Homeopathic College, Calicut, and passed out at 2022. CCRH STS Scholar 2019. GHMC Calicut team, Kerala Development and Innovation Strategic Council, Young Innovators Program 2022 state level winner, KUHAS University final year 5th rank holder college level, Sri Jagdishan Memorial Award for Anatomy Topper College Level. On behalf of IHMA, I welcome Dr. Rahita to the session. Now, without any further ado, let's begin. Over to you, Doctor.
Thank you, IHMA, for a nice introduction. Is this visible? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Hello? Okay, am I audible?
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening to all. Hope you all are fine. And first of all, I'm congratulating all the AIPGT aspirants here because we are now preparing for the toughest exam in homeopathy, that is the All India Ayush PG and Interest in Homeopathy. It is a national level exam, so that much important for this exam because all the students are participating from various regions of this country. And about this class, I would like to tell about how to start, how to study, and what books, and how to appear for the exam in a better way. I was in the previous year, like all of you, sitting and attending the webinars and all. During this time, I had a lot of doubt regarding how to prepare, what books I have to refer. Is my preparation is right path and all the things. But from April to September, there is only 6 months. This is a high time. You are going to prepare for AIPGT. Only 6 months are remaining. So the preparation must be going to a higher rate. Okay. So today I would like to discuss how an aspirant uh, has the doubts about the AIPGT. So there is no better time to start. So let's start now, and I will share my experiences regarding AIPGT 2022, how I got the rank 50 within a 4 months of training, within a 4 months of intensive study. Because I am a student of IHMA CCP 2022. We couldn't write the exams because we are ineligible for the AIPGT. The internship was not end by December 31st. So it was my first attempt in AIPGT 22. It is like a toughest exam that I appeared previously. So I would like to tell about how to crack AIPGT because it is a toughest exam in homeopathic sector. So I would like to tell about the AIPGT preparation. So first of all, you want a motivation and a goal setting. That is why you are going to write the exam. You want any PG, in which subject, which college. You all want to set that goal. If you want to study in NIH or CCRS Kottayam or in Calicut, you want a higher rank within 50 or within 80 something. So which subject you are interested to study PM or Materia Medica, you want a higher rank. So for PM, this is the trend now now we are facing, but some students have a importance to organon, some have a favorite in repertory, etc. But the recent trend is for PM and Materia Medica, the higher rank is required. So if you are trying your favorite subject is PM or Materia Medica, you want to get a higher rank. So your preparation must be intense. Only 6 months are remaining. So what is the motivation for PG for you? For stipend, or higher studies, or if you want to study in depth, etc. But the motivation for the PG, AIPGT is itself matters because it would help you to achieve a better rank. No motivation, no goal setting, no rank. Because the trend is going like this. Many people are trying for AIPGT for years. But if you want a better rank, you want a motivation when you are going to study organon. If you are going to read an organon, you want a motivation. Then only you can study continuously for hours. Okay, so that is the important thing when you are preparing for AIPGT. You are going to start AIPGT preparation. You want a motivation and goal set. Then about AIPGT. AIPGT is a national level exam conducted by National Testing Agency since 2017. So NTA is conducting various exams in all over India. Their exams are very standard, very good questions. They are steady standard questions. So we must study up to that standard. Not only like mere one-liners, one-line answers, not like that. The concept-based questions are asking nowadays because each and year the competition is increasing. So they have to set a high standard questions. So we want to elevate the study of us to a next step. Okay. So AIPGT is conducted by NTA, National Testing Agency. Various notifications are coming from AIPGT sites itself. When to start exam, what is the syllabus and all. But I would like to tell about the AIPGT. There are a lot of updations are coming in the sites itself, and various YouTubers are sharing. So you don't need about the registration. You don't want to worry about the registration process and all. It's are coming by about after June. It will be coming. So now your goal is to study to the higher level, to the standard questions you are facing. So about that is AIPGT. Then AIPGT is an online exam. So you want to prepare in an online basis. Not doing mere paperwork would not give you a better rank. You are facing the online questions, so you want to attend the mock test or questions or reading. You want to familiarize with your screen, whether it is phone or laptop or any PC. You want to familiar with the screen. Then only you get familiarized with the screen technique. Not that much technically, but sometimes it will be much difficult to you when you are facing in the PC and all the processes are doing. So you will get some confusions when attending the exam. So start your preparation from the online itself. So IHMA, SOH are conducting online exams. So you attend that questions in online, or you attend that questions in your laptop or in PC or in phone itself. Attend and familiarize with the screen. That is the important key about AIPGT. It is not a paper written test. It is an online test. So you should familiarize with the screen. Okay. Then question patterns. The AIPGT now contains various types of questions. 120 questions among. There are statement questions, assertion and reason questions, match the following questions, one-liners, paragraph that you can diagnose a condition, then arranging sequence comparison questions. Then that type of questions are coming. In which statement questions, I will tell you some important subjects, that is organon, in which statements are asking majorly from aphorisms, philosophy. They are asking statements, whether this statement is right or not. That is coming from either aphorisms or from philosophy. Then surgery questions. Surgery questions is related with the general surgery or systemic surgery. They asking statement questions about any diseases or any surgical conditions are asking. Then materia medica. So in materia medica, statement questions like they are giving a question from pulsatilla. What are the symptoms coming under the pulsatilla? As a statement question. 1, 2, 3 are giving. Then you want to get the right answer. What are the symptoms present in pulsatilla? That is the statement questions. But nowadays they are not asking such a familiar pulsatilla and sulfur. They are asking some something much more to a higher standard questions like Singamet, Crotalus, Naja, like that much questions are asking. So you should learn a, into a higher level. That is not a common one. You are stepping to a higher question. So you want to study into a higher level. Okay. Then assertion and reason questions. They're also coming from organon or gynec or other subjects are also coming. So assertion and reason questions, the pattern is in A is an assertion, then R is the reason. Then options are giving like I will discuss later. A is the assertion is correct and reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. Such questions are coming from the concept subjects, that is concept topics from organon, gynae, of surgery, etc. Then match the following questions. Match the following questions are coming from materia medica, pathology, etc. This is a little bit easy questions. Many of us are answering in the match the following question. Then one-liners from materia medica and repertory, they are asking which rubric is this rubric present in which chapter, or materia medica, they are giving one symptom and it is present in what drug, in which drug the symptoms are present. Then paragraph questions. Paragraph questions means in case of practice of medicine PM, they will give you a paragraph of a condition and you want to diagnose this condition. Then arranging sequence questions. It is asking from organon or repertory. Previously, two questions were asked asking arranging sequence. Like in organon, I think the life history of Hahnemann topic, that is chronological order of Hahnemann's works. And maybe arranging sequence, that is rubrics arrangement. Maybe asking. And about in pharmacy, they are asking arranging sequence, chronological order of pharmacopoeias, they are asking. So you want to learn the year also, not a variety of years, not that like only important years you should know. Okay, then comparison questions, that is in repertory. One rubric from BBCR is related with one rubric of DTP and to the Kent. So that much comparison questions are also asked. Then these are the question pattern. And also there is tricky questions are also there, like not, except, etc. They are using the word in between to trick us, because in Aiapgt exam hall we are very much tensed and all. We are not seeing that not or except in questions, then we get an easy negative mark. So the examiner is very tricky to eliminate many students because they want the rank list. For they are eliminating the, some students, they are easy to get a negative mark. They're setting the questions like this. Not except questions are asked. Then subject-wise analysis. This is, you should just take a printout or write this in front of your table because it is necessary. Because when we are studying anatomy, we are revising all the 3 books from Chaurasya and all, and many hours we are spending in anatomy. But remember one thing, there is only 7-6 questions are asking from anatomy. So you should give your set your time regarding the papers, what the questions, how much questions are asking from that subject. So in 2020, there is only general 66 and homeopathy 54 questions were asked. In 21, general 66, homeopathy 54. But in the trend of 2022 paper, general questions were 65, while homeopathy questions were 55. Among this anatomy, only 6 Physiology and Biochemistry 10, Pathology 7, FMP 3, OBG, that is obs and gynec 9, SPM 4, Surgery 9, Practice of Medicine 17. So you when you go through this Practice of Medicine, Pathology, Physiology, Surgery, OBG carrying higher marks. So you should spend more time to these subjects. Okay. Then FMT only 3, SPM only 4. So you should give less time to this subjects. Then in case of homeopathy, Materia Medica contains 18 questions, organon 14, repertory 16, pharmacy 7. So you should give less time to pharmacy because pharmacy is a concise subject. There is a boundary to study. That is less topic is in pharmacy. So you should give 1 or 2, 3 days to pharmacy because only 7 questions are asking and the subject is concise. And give more time to organon. There is vast aphorism, but uh, uh, by studying aphorism, it will give a higher rank because in aphorisms, not only the aphorism number or general commonly asking questions are not asked, but they are asking the in-depth questions. Each and every line of aphorisms is involved. So you should thorough with the organon by doing revisions and also material need multiple revisions. In repertory also concise subject, you should have a boundary to study. Aiapgt is very good book in repertory and pharmacy. So organon, there is a concise part in Aiapgt. So you want to study these subjects from Aiapgt mostly. Okay. Then physiology and biochemistry are carrying high marks. Practice of medicine, surgery, OBG carrying high marks. That means they're giving more importance to the clinical subjects. The concept-based questions are asking. So you want to prepare like you are not attending any quiz, sir. You are not going to attend any quiz. Your knowledge is testing in the Aiapgt. That is how much concept you have, that is measured in Aiapgt. So you want to prepare in concept level. Okay. Then coaching platforms. All of you are now joined any coaching platforms. Only 6 months are remaining, I know. But any of this coaching platforms you are missed, this is here. That is IHMA, SOH is already known. Then PHF Mediguru is there. Then Pulse Coaching Institute, that is in Kolkata. They also giving the online coachings and their mock test is very good. IHMA also mock test is very good. Pulse Coaching is also very good. They conducting the mock test in Sundays. Already they have started, I think, in Sundays. Then they have OTS, online test series and all. It is much more helpful because they are conducting the mock test, 120 questions per 2 hours they are giving. So it is much more standard question paper I met in Pulse Coaching Institute. Then Front of Health, they have a YouTube channel. It is also helpful because they are sharing some tips and about exam registration and FAQs they are sharing. Then Homeo Mantra. Homeo Mantra is a very good platform that is in a Telegram group. You can join. The cost of exams is very less. They will give you mock test. So Homeo Mantra mock test is very good because I joined, I just started study from June itself, June to September. That is about 4 months. I intensely studied for Aiapgt 2022. So at that time, I just joined Homeo Mantra. Their revision plan is very good. And they will give you 3 or 4 days to a subject. And you want to attempt the exam after 4 days. Then they will give you a 120 questions. Then you can assess how much you studied in the how much you studied about the subject. So you can revise like that. Okay. Then Homeo Guruji, Homeopedia, Telegram groups, they also sharing mock tests, Quizbot, they also sharing. So you can attend in Telegram group their questions. Then homeogroup.com is a website by our sir Mansoor Ali, doctor. It is a very good website for all the competitive exam aspirants because they are sharing question papers and study materials. You can freely download from their site itself. There are previous questions in question papers, many question papers are there, so you can go through the previous questions and the study materials. Also, Pulse Coaching Institute, there is one app for them. They also sharing question papers, I think. Then YouTube channel of Taha Khan. It is also very helpful for AIPGT aspirants, especially. Dr. Taha Khan is belong to the Pulse Coaching Institute faculty. He will also direct you to a good study plan, and his Halwa and Gold topics are very much important in AIPGT. So you just follow the YouTube channels of Friend of Health and Dr. Taha Khan. It will be much more useful for all of you. So just you want to stay in the online for preparing the AIPGT, but turn off all the notifications in YouTube from other channels your favorite shows, and turn off all the notifications and just turn on notifications of such channels that are drive you to study and keep motivating you for the exams. So that is important. Then books to refer. I referred iBasic mostly. It is a basic book you want to know for AIPGT. Concise notes are the especially for homeopathy. Homeopathic subjects, iBasic is very useful. Then target homeopathic subjects target is very useful. But there are some mistakes in target MCQ books, so you should clear the doubts before smuggling answers. Okay, and Crack the Entrance for Materia Medica, it's also a very good book. I will tell about Materia Medica because the fact is you are going to mug up all the symptoms in keynote or work. It will not help you to write the exam because the questions are asking opposite manner. So you should study in opposite manner. The Crack the Entrance is a book which is designed like this. That is, they will give you a symptom and give you an answer. So, okay. So that way you are going study all the head, neck, all the systemic regions, and about the symptoms you are going to study in that book. So Crack the Entrance is very much helpful for Materia Medica study because many of us are confused with the symptoms. One is from one drug and the same is in the another drug. Only minute changes are only present. So the Crack the Entrance is a nice book you want to buy. Okay, for Materia Medica. Then I studied ROMS. ROMS is a book designed for modern medicine students, but the NTA are conducting the AIPGT in a higher standard. So you want to study a little bit tough questions also. So for allied subjects, ROMS is very good book, and you can get a encapsulated forms in ROMS. And many of the AIPGT questions are asking from ROMS itself. They are asking, but the thing is, once you are going to buy a ROMS book, it is a bulk book, but once you read 2 times or 3 times, the books will give you a huge knowledge. First time you face some difficulty in while reading and understand, but once you revise it 2 or 3 times, you will get the idea. The concise knowledge about each subject will give in the ROMS. Okay. Then V.K. Chauhan book. V.K. Chauhan book is an MCQ book. There are 3 volumes. Solved multiple choice questions for UPSC and MD. Previous questions are asking, seen in the V.K. Chauhan book. You buy 1 or 2 volumes, then just try to answer all the things. Then only you want to buy the 3 volumes. So you may not get that much time to do all the questions in VK7 because it is also a bulk book and there are a lot of questions. But the fact is VK7 is important and it will give you a comparative study. That is, in this book there is only one question and the answers. Then the discussion of the other options also there in VK7. So you can study the question and the related subjects also you are learning from VK7. So that is also a good book. But it is a bulk book. So 1-2 volumes you just want to study. Then success, I didn't refer success, but I know the top rankers are saying like that they use the success. There is also 3 volumes and turning point. These are the books. But I referred is I basic ROMs crack the entrance VK7. Then textbooks. Then I would tell you that the one and only ultimate material is your textbook, which you are already studied in your BHMS course. Because what is the importance of this? That is your textbook you already studied in your BHMS course. 1, 2, or 3 times you are revised it already. So while reading this book, you are in another revision. So it is a better way to understand the things. That is, when you are going to study in ROMs, there is difficulty in first time. But what textbook you already studied in BHMS course, it is a revision. So it is much more easier to read. But you want to note the thing that the textbook, you don't need to write the all the things, you don't need to study the all the things in textbook because we are not going to write any university exam. It is an Aiapgt. There is only concept is needed, and one or the one or two important liners from the subject is asking, like Creutzfeldt-Jaeger syndrome, like syndromes are asking, or Katnakner syndrome. And that much questions are asking. So you need the concept behind this topics. So you only need a active form of study of textbook. Some are telling I have referred textbook, I read textbook for Aiapgt. That is sure, but they studied only the important things that are needed for Aiapgt, not for that they are not read the textbook as like the BHMS syllabus. Okay, so you want a textbook to read in a precise and concise manner to crack the Aiapgt. How you get this concise manner of reading? When you are going to visit the website homebook.com, you will get the previous question papers. Then while you go through the previous questions, many of the questions are asking from the same topic or same subject. They are asking as like one thing or another thing they are asking, but the topic is itself important. So you should go to the textbook and read it in an active way, precise manner, only get your essence only for Aiapgt. Okay, so that way you have to study the textbook. Then study plan. When to start the study? That is from April itself, there is only 6 months. So we have no other time to study. So before 1 month of the exam, you have an active revision plan. So only 5 months are remaining for study, in which 4 months are remaining for the complete study, but other 1 month is for your doing exams and all. So only 4 months are remaining. So now study itself. Let's start now itself. Okay, then how to study? How to study, I was told already. That is, active study is needed rather than the hard work. Hard work is needed, but active hard work is needed. Okay, you want to study only the important ones. You want to study or you want to engulf the important ones from the textbook. Okay, then where to study? Then set your own table in a hostel or any in your whole room. You want to set a table of your own and place all the textbook nearby. Then while you are doing a question paper, if you have any doubt, go and refer, not mug up the answers. I will tell you, not mug up the answers. If you are any doubt if you are having, then refer the textbook and read it. You will never forget in your exam. Okay, so that is the study plan. Then tarot the subjects: organon, aphorism, philosophy. You must want to tarot the subjects, tarot the concepts only. Okay, tarot the concepts only. Then pharmacy, tarot the concept. uh, the SOH is giving a very good classes by Ramzadi sir. The pharmacy is very good. So thorough the concepts. Okay. Then repertory. Repertory also read the rubrics, comparative study from iBasic itself. They given the important rubrics in the iBasic. So refer the iBasic for repertory. Then gynae and obs. Refer ROMs for gynae and obs. Thorough the concept. If you have any doubt, then go to the textbook and read it. Not a passive reading, the only the active reading. What is the essence is that you want to learn. Okay. Then surgery, concept, concepts only needed. Then CM, concept is only needed, but I would suggest for CM, you want to read the textbook. Because why? Because there are a lot of MCQ from the CM Park textbook, because they are concise. You read the textbook in the BHMS course, so it is much helpful for CM. Then FMT, either you refer iBasic or ROMs. It is very useful for FMT. Then anatomy, if you are thorough your subject in anatomy from Chaurasya, you read the Chaurasya or ROMs or iBasic. Then for physiology and biochemistry, you just refer ROMs or Sembulingam or any books, iBasic itself, you can read. Then pathology, the same thing. But if you have any doubt in pathology, go and read the pathology textbook itself. Okay. Then concentrate on important points. That is, materia medica and practice of medicine contains a high mark questions. Okay, but the subject is vast. The materia medica is vast. We want to study keynotes, Boyerick, Kent's book, etc. But the subject is vast. You want to concentrate only on important points. Don't give too much time. You will give it too much time. Do not give to materia medica and practice of medicine. Give a schedule that covering 2 subjects per day. It will give you a more active time for study. Don't run with a one subject for continuous 3 or 4 days. Don't do that. But in between your schedules, study materia medica little, study organon little. That much you want to schedule your study. Okay. Then practice of medicine also, they are asking the important points in practice of medicine. So only concentrate the important points in diseases. Okay. Then cancers, breast, thyroid are frequently asking questions. So you want to thorough with the subject. Rest, they are asking cancers or tumor markers, staging, statement questions are asking from thyroid, etc. So you want to concentrate on the important topics of this. Okay. Then mock test. Mock test. What is the importance of mock test in AIPGT? Because it is an online test, I already said. So a mock test, while doing mock test, it familiarizes with you with the screen, and also encourage you to do more such mock tests in the online. So it will help you to do more questions in the AIPGT exam hall. So when to do mock test? Mock test is important than mere reading of textbook, because in my opinion, I was done a lot of mock tests which give you this much rank. Okay, so when to do mock test? your AIPGT exam is conducting in the afternoon because Ayurveda is in the first section, in morning section. Then afternoon you have AIPGT, homeopathy. So about 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. the exam is conducting. Maybe changing, I don't know, in the coming year, but the previous years it is conducting by 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. So you want to study, you want to do mock test at that time itself. Now itself you want to do that mock test in the 3 to 5 p.m. So it is an afternoon session. So you might maybe sleepy. So take your dinner, sorry, take your lunch at 12:30 or by 1 o'clock. Then if you have any sleepy mood, then go to a nap by 30 minutes, only for 30 minutes. Then study at that time. At the noon time, you want to study because your exam is going to happen in 3 p.m. So you want to set your mind now itself for the exam. Okay, so we want to do the mock test or any revising question papers you do at the 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. 2 hours daily do or do once in a week itself. That is more important for cracking AIPGT. Doing mock test at afternoon. Okay. Then 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. you are doing the mock test, and 5 p.m. afterwards you are revising the questions. How much mark you got? What are the negative marks? So you go to the textbook and clarify this doubt the day itself, because if you are doing the test today, then doing the revision the next day, you will forget all the things. So don't do that. Do it in the test itself and revise the questions later in the day itself. Okay. Then how to do the mock test? You can do mock test in IHMA app. I told already in Pulse Coaching, Homeo Mantra, etc. You get lot of mock tests. So do mock test as much as you possible, but don't rely too much on mock test, because doing all the time mock test, that is not necessary. But you want to know the concept. The questions are asking from the concept, so you want to know the concept. Also, you want to do the mock test. That will help you getting a better rank. Then after test, I have already told you, whether you have any doubt or regarding the questions, don't mug up. Go and refer the textbook and study. This is an active way of study. You will never forget that question later. Okay. Okay, then do's. Do question paper daily. Daily means 120 questions per 2 hours. Set that time. Don't run before a lot of MCQ books. Don't do that. Only 120 questions per 2 hours. 3 to 5 p.m. is the favorite or most good time. And AIPGT 2017 to 22, you can do questions. UPSC questions you can do. Odisha PSC is a standard book, standard PSC. There are standard PSC questions, so you can also refer the Odisha PSC questions. UP Uttar Pradesh PSC questions, Madhya Pradesh PSC questions. I think MBPSC was there. We are preparing about August month, I think, previous year. So I just go through the MBPSC questions. I think one of the subject were asked in the AIPGT. Not the questions as such, but the topic was asked. Okay, so you want to do the question papers of the current exams before AIPGT coming. Okay, then Kerala PSC 2005, 2006, and 2011 also helpful. You can get all the question papers in Homeo Mantra website, either in Homeo Mantra, no, homeobook.com, or in Pulse Coaching app. You can get the PSC question papers. Then don't over references. That is more important, because nowadays there are lots of books you can relay for AIPGT, but don't do over references. Only 3-4 books, but it is also a huge one. only 2-3 books you want to refer for AIPGT, because many books don't don't many books will not help you for a better rank. Only one book with multiple revision give you a better rank. All the books contain the same thing, same subjects, same topics are there, but one book with multiple revisions will give you a better rank. I will say later. That is, in questions questions are asking from iBasic or from ROMs. If you are doing one reading of ROMs, will not remember that things into your mind. Okay, so over references, don't do that. Over references, don't do that. But rely upon 2 or 3 books with multiple revisions that only needed. Okay, then mistake questions. Make mistake of questions now itself, but don't mug up the answers. If you are having doubts, clear from a trustful source. Go and refer the textbook or go and ask your teacher about the question. Okay, so you want to do an important thing also. When you are getting a mock test, there is questions and options are there. One is the answer and the others are options, but the same looking options are also important. You want to refer the same options later and refer the textbook. What are the importance of that options also? So that way you get a most of knowledge from the same question. Okay, then I would like to share some questions from the previous year. That is, CA 125 is Tristan. We all know that is CA 125 is a tumor marker of ovarian tumor. Okay, so there is epithelial ovarian tumor, we already know, but the question is not like that. There are so much options are there, 5 options are there, in which CA 125 is Tristan, in which of the conditions that is asked. So we want to, we already studied the CA 125 is raised in ovarian tumor in the BHMS, but here asked a little bit higher question. So you want to know a little bit depth. Okay, so CA 125 is raised in epithelial ovarian tumor, abdominal TB, and endometriosis. This is a question from ROMS. Okay, so that is the importance of studying in depth. Then dreams of running water is a symptom of. It's a direct question. Some questions are asking from the material medical like this, one-liner questions. But running water is related with the stramonium, opium, etc. But the answer is dreams of running water is natrum sulfate. So you want to refer the other options also. Why stramonium is related with running water? Opium, running water, how they're related? Natrimore, how they're related? Permit, how they're related with the running water? Okay. Then menorrhagia can be a presenting symptom in all the conditions except one of the following. Choose the correct one. That is the question. So when we are reading, menorrhagia can be a presenting complaint in all the conditions. So if you are not reading the except word in the exam hall, you are definitely going to click the polycystic ovarian syndrome. Definitely you will going to click the polycystic ovarian syndrome. But this is the tricky question that the examiner was set. There is except, none, no. That much questions are asking. So here the answer is Asherman syndrome. Asherman syndrome, there is only amenorrhea, not the menorrhagia. Okay, so you should not the except, no, that much questions asking from the APGT, because they want to make as a negative mark. Okay. Then given below are 2 statements. This is the assertion reason type question in the previous year. In partial hanging, constrictive force is less, but congestive changes are more marked. That is true. Then reason. In partial hanging, carotid arteries, tubular veins are completely occluded. That is true. But vertebral arteries continue to supply blood to head. That is also true. So what is the answer? Both assertion reason are correct. And the reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. In AIPGT mock and the question paper itself, this is the common pattern of assertion and reason. But you want to read the options also. Some examiners might give a 1, 2, they will turn the options. Okay. So you want to read not only the questions thoroughly, but also the options also thoroughly you want to read. Okay. So you want to get the alertness now itself. It will reflected in the AIPGT hall, exam hall. So you want to do the mock test by 3 to 5 p.m. Okay. Then next the assertion question. Acute mental and emotional disease almost always arise from the latent internal sora. That is true. That is aphorism number 221. Okay. Then acute mental and emotional should be immediately treated with antisoric. Immediately acute mental and emotional disease. Acute mental diseases are not treated by an antisoric. There is a specific medicines like aconite, belladonna, hyoscyamus, stramonium, mercury. This is in the aphorism in 221. So you want to read and thorough with the aphorisms. What is inside the aphorisms? Rather, we are studied in BHMS, not in depth. We are needed. Okay. Then, so here the A is correct. The assertion is correct, but reason is not correct. Okay. Then this is a paragraph question, like an old man complaining of chronic diarrhea and shortness of breath. On going upstairs, reported in OPD. On examination, his tongue is clean, red and well wet with center furrow. Gums are soft, spongy, multiple ulcers on the soft palate. The most suitable remedy is. Once you are reading these questions, you don't understand what is this question, what is like they asked. But it is only the thing, the tongue is important here. That is, the tongue is clean, red, wet with the center furrow. Just the nitric acid. So you want to just put a tick on the nitric acid. Okay. Then a 55-year-old male smoker presenting with a slow-growing painless swelling below the right ear or the angle of jaw. That is in the region of parotid gland. On examination, the swelling was found to be soft, cystic, non-tender, smooth, and well-defined. The most probable diagnosis of the cases. So it is a parotid tumor. We already know about the location they are given. But soft, cystic, non-tender, smooth and well-defined margin is important. That is the Warthin's tumor. So you want to study the Warthin's tumor. It is an important tumor in PM. So you want to study the concept of Warthin's tumor. Okay. This is a question previously in 2022. I included all the questions from 2022. This much questions are asking. So you should know the standard of the question paper. So you want to prepare to the 2023 in such a manner. Okay. Then arrange the following pharmacopoeia according to the chronological order of publication. A German homeopathy
Dr. Please unmute yourself.
Hello.
Hello, Doc. Continue, sir.
Hello, Dr. Rehida. Hello.
stop the sharing and unmute yourself. Okay. Then
Hello?
we'll share again.
Okay. So, കേട്ടിരുന്നില്ലേ? Hello?
ഇനി ഒന്നോട് ഷെയർ ചെയ്യേ.
Okay. Hello?
ഹലോ.
കേൾക്കുന്നുണ്ടോ? Hello?
ഉണ്ട്. കണ്ടിന്യൂ ചെയ്തോ.
Okay. Then in this question, we need the year. We want to know the year about the Schwabe's homeopathic pharmacopoeia, German homeopathy pharmacopoeia, then Bhattacharya Pharmaceutics Manual, British homeopathy pharmacopoeia, Pharmacopoeia of American Institute of Homeopathy. So this question is a little bit standard, and we want to know the year. So you may get a paper in the examination hall with a pen. So you want to write down the years and give the answer. Okay, the correct answer here is, first one is the British homeopathy pharmacopoeia. As we all know, first one is the British homeopathy pharmacopoeia, then German homeopathy pharmacopoeia, Schwabe, then Pharmacopoeia of American Institute of Homeopathy, then Pharmaceutics Manual by Bhattacharya. Here, what is the importance of high basic here? Because in high basic, the order of publication of pharmacopoeias are given in 2 pages. That is, in which the order is like this. First page, there is British homeopathy pharmacopoeia, German homeopathy pharmacopoeia, American Institute. In the next page, there is Bhattacharya Pharmaceutics Manual. So just check the options here. B is given only in one option. That is Pharmaceutics Manual by Bhattacharya. That is the last one. So you, if you have the more revisions of iBasic, it will give you the answer. That is, that you don't have to know the year, like British 1870, American 1876, Bhattacharya 1892. You don't need that years. If you are continuously revising the iBasic, you get the answer without knowing the year. Okay. Then statement questions. Statement 1. Like its botanical relatives, Gelsemium is a great paralyzer. As we all know, Gelsemium is a paralyzer medicine. Then statement 2. Gelsemium is indicated for neurotic symptom in cigar makers. This symptom is taken from Barrick's Materia Medica. It is we does not have such a habit of reading Boeric too much depth. Okay, but the Gelsemium is indicated for neurotic symptom in cigar makers, and the gastric affections of cigar makers in the same medicine they are given in as Ignatia. So that much questions are asked from Boeric. Okay, so in these questions, both statements are correct. Both 1 and 2 are correct. So you want to know the Boeric also. This is the importance of Boeric. The neurotic symptom in cigar makers, the indicated medicine is Gelsemium. This is the symptom taken from Boeric Gelsemium. Okay. So I just shown some previous questions of the Aiapgt 2022. This was my first attempt. There are a lot of questions from Odisha PSC or Aiapgt 2017 to 22. There are a lot of questions. So do all the questions before you are going to Aiapgt. At the same time, you want to make a plan of your study with a proper sleep, good diet, etc. And you do all the preparation in a systematic way with the experienced training, that is from your coaching institute, with doing all the mock test of previous questions or the questions shared by your coaching platform will help you to crack the exam. So once you dream it you are going to crack the PG, then believe it, you can. You can do a much better preparation of yourself, do your maximum, then achieve your dream. And all the best to all the aspirants. Thank you. Hello.
Amen. Doubts, sir? Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Anyone have doubts?
Hello. Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Ma'am, how to manage allied subjects, ma'am?
How to manage the allied subjects?
How to divide?
Pardon? Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me. Hello.
Yeah. How to manage allied subjects, ma'am? Like how much
Because
time we have to give for them?
okay. Nowadays, questions asking in equal weight from homeopathy and allied subjects. So you must don't over rely on homeopathic subjects itself. The allied subjects also important, especially PM, Materia Medica, sorry, PM, gynae and of surgery, physiology, biochemistry is also important. Pathology is also important. So you do your preparation like I just told already. Do 2 subjects in a day. Study 2 subjects in a day. Like if you are studying anatomy in morning section, then study the surgery afternoon. Connect that subject easily, more easily. But sometimes some of the aspirants of my senior was told like they studied by combining. That is, if you are studying the renal system, first they study the anatomy, then physiology, then surgery, then PM of the renal system. But I don't get that much time because I only have 5 to 6 months after my internship, so I didn't follow that. But I just studied like that. I joined revision series of Homeo Mantra, IHMA SOH. Then I do revisions. They will give you time to study the allied subject, and there is questions in the there is mock test after that. So that in that way I studied for allied subject. The homeopathy subjects there is only concise ones, but the allied subject is much more vast. But ROMS is a very good book you can refer. It will concise your notes about the allied subject.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Let's conclude the session with a vote of thanks.
Okay.
Good evening, Honorable Faculty Dr. Rekta and all other participants present here. It gives me immense pleasure to express a vote of thanks for this amazing section. I extend my esteemed gratitude to you, ma'am, for sparing a valuable time to share your knowledge with us. On behalf of IHMA, I must thank our dear participants for being with us throughout the session. Once again, thank you all. Good night.
Welcome. Thank you.